they're hovering in the air, they'll swing the gravity, two remaining gravity generators up in front of them and create a distortion, essentially a downhill, and the craft rolls downhill for infinity. It's always chasing a little distortion. That's why they look goofy when they fly around at low speed.
Thank you very much, John. Members of the press, the American public, and people of the world. We are here today to disclose the truth about a subject that has been ridiculed and questioned, denied for at least 50 years.
All right, Nocturnal News, the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, ATIP. Okay, created back in 2007, made public 2017, 10 years later, $22 million later, okay, the government comes out and says, hey, we've been studying UFOs. Okay, then, fast forward a little bit, we have these, the Navy releases these videos, or actually, which you guys don't know, they had been on the internet a very long time on these like weird podcasts and different blog sites or whatever, but it was kind of it went viral a while back. And that kind of sparked, interest in our politicians like Marco Rubio. So let's go back to December 27th, I believe. Okay, the COVID bill, Trump signed signed off on it, and in that bill said, they want a 180-day data dump disclosure, meaning in June of 2021. We're going to get the truth, or are we? I don't know, guys. I don't know how much faith I have in this. I mean, look, I think back to 2001, okay, Dr. Stephen Greer, right? The Disclosure Project, or we can go back to the 40s, Roswell, Project Blue Book, Project High Jump, with Admiral Byrd in Antarctica. It just goes on and on and on. We've been lied to for decades and decades and decades. So I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much here about disclosure, but at the same time, I feel like there's going to be a needle in a haystack. It's kind of like this. We're putting together like a puzzle, right? And we have the border, we're kind of starting to see the image come to life. And in June, they're going to release all this information, and it's going to help us put that puzzle together, and it's going to paint, a clearer picture for us to figure out. That's truly what I believe is going to happen. I don't think they're going to come out and say, here's all the technology, here's all the information we have. I just don't. Number one, it would be, national security. Because of national security and the advanced technology, they can't and they won't. Okay, they're definitely going to hide something, but I think a lot of us will be vindicated. The real truth seekers, me, you, the 10%ers, people like Bob Lazar, people like Jeremy Corbell, the pioneers of this movement, of this culture, this UFO phenomenon, the culture, whatever you want to call it, we will be vindicated. And I think, an important piece of that puzzle will come together in June, and that's my honest thoughts on it. But I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to get my hopes too high. We have to do our due diligence. People like me, people like you, we got to put in the work. It's like a needle in a haystack, right? A needle in a haystack. And it's up to me, up to you to dig through that haystack, find that needle, get to the truth. And that's what I think will happen in June. Now, let me end it here. I was watching a very large UFO channel, and they were disappointed because we've had a few data dumps, in between here. And, shout out to the Black Vault. He does a great job over there. But this large UFO channel, okay, so they were complaining that they're like, well, there isn't any video. I can't monetize anything, right? It's like these monetization monkeys out there, right? It's all they think about, so hopefully you guys understand that I will put in the work, I will put in the time, and if the truth is out there, I'll find it. If it takes me 5 years, 10 years, I don't care, I'll find it, but it won't take me that long. But I'm willing to go through the documents, I'm willing to put in the work as long as you guys are willing to support the channel, and we'll get to the truth. And I'm also going to kind of focus more on documents and things like that coming up on the channel, and get away from all the little flashing, blinking lights up in the sky, because it's fun, it's entertaining, but it's time to really, to do the real UFO investigative work, and not worry about the money, not worry about the following, things like that, just simply getting to the truth. So today, look, I'm going to kind of show you how we arrived here. Like, how did we get here? Even, like I said, going back to the 40s, all the way up to 2001, Disclosure Project, the ATIP program, all these different, secret government operations and programs, the military black budget. There's so many things to talk about. The truth is there, but we've been lied to. Yes, absolutely. Not deceived. We haven't had information kept from us for our own best, for our best interest, right? No. We can handle the truth. I mean, the fact is we've been lied to. And to me, what kind of adds insult to injury is not only has our government lied to us, but they did it on our dime, right? It's kind of like, I don't know, maybe like your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband, wife cheating on you, but using your credit card. So I don't know, guys. Here's the videos. Let's get to it, and I'll be back in a little bit.
They took pictures, of course. They had a whole flock of microphones there. They wanted me they wanted some comments from me, but I wasn't at liberty to do that. So all I could do is keep my mouth shut. And General Reagan is the one who discussed or told the newspapers, the newsmen, what it was and to forget about it. It was nothing more than a weather observation balloon. Of course, which we both knew differently.
Hey guys, just my quick thoughts on the 180-day disclosure coming in June. But there's a saying in Texas, don't count your chickens before your eggs hatch. So that's kind of how I'm looking at this. I just want to wait and see what we get because I don't want to be disappointed. So, all right, guys, thank you for watching. Leave a comment below.
There is someone flying in the airspace that no one else is allowed to fly in, and we don't know who it is, and it isn't something we have. We need to know what that is. That's in my mind, I don't understand why we wouldn't want to know what it is.
Conspiracy theories that actually have truth at the bottom of them. The Corona Relief Bill that President signed last month contains a provision that hasn't gotten a lot of attention. It directs the Director of National Intelligence, in consultation with the Secretary of Defense and the heads of other agencies, to disclose what they know about UFOs within 180 days. So what are they going to tell us? What do you think we're likely to learn? Will they obey is the first question. Will they actually tell us what they know? And if they do, what will they tell us?
Well, this is going to be a very interesting year for UFOs, that's for sure, Tucker. And yes, they will definitely have to produce this report within 180 days.
Denied for at least 50 years.
That's not LNS though, is it? It's not.